Let's go. Everybody, welcome back, and we are live once again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah,
Riffin
yeah.
with Griffin,
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Riffin with Griffin,
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Thanks for being here once again. A lot to talk about today. We got LeBron James getting swept. What's next for the King? There's some crazy AI stories, man. Artificial intelligence, is it getting off the rails? You know, I love American Idol, and the Husky guy won. Did one for the fat guys. Woo! So we got that to talk about, plus news and notes and stories.
Riffin with Griffin,
I missed it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the voice is back. Thanks for noticing. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin, y'all. Where the woo-woos come in strong, everybody. Where we got the woo-woos going woo-woo. You know what I mean? So welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Thank you for being here. This is Riffin with Griffin, where we do it. You go to ericgriffin.com, my terrible website, if you want to, check out where I am. Hey, as I always say, thanks for being here. If you're a newcomer, this is your first time listening, or you're watching live right now for the first time, or you're like, oh, I heard about your podcast through something else, and I want to check it out. Thanks for being here. It's 100% unfiltered. I'm doing it live. Sometimes I'm hilarious. Sometimes I'm introspective. Sometimes I'm serious, but I'm always 100% me. So, those people that are like, I thought this was a comedy podcast. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. For the people that have been here all the time, you know what it's about, and I thank you for always being here. And if you want to continue, you got to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I'm on Twitch daily. Come check me out on Twitch, Erik Griffin Gaming. I'm always twitching. I love that. You can support me there by being a subscriber, or you can even support me on Patreon. Even though every week I promise new stuff, I haven't done it. I'm just busy. I got to figure out how to do it. I think I want to do like a 20-minute. I'm thinking about how I want to do it. But anyways. And also, where did it go? Where's the Patreon sign? It didn't show up. Oh, this thing would be messing up, man. But anyway, there it is. But anyways, also, I will be, if you want to see me live, stand up. I'm coming to Nashville's in Zany's Nashville's Wednesday. When is that? Wednesday in June. I think it's one of the last Wednesdays in June. So make sure you come check me out in Nashville, because it's just going to be one night in June in Nashville. Yeah, the 21st. So June 21st, I'm going to be in Nashville. And then for the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm going to be in Huntsville. So if you're in the Nashville, Huntsville area, get your tickets now, man. Let's show them that, let's show Zanies in Nashville that I should have been there for the whole weekend. So all my Nashville peeps, come check me out. Maybe let's sell this out, and maybe they have to add a second show on Wednesday. Who knows? Let's figure it out. So spread the word, please. If you're in that area, come check me out. So anyways, welcome back to Riffin with Griffin. Thanks for everybody that's live in chat on YouTube right now. Appreciate you guys. You could, put, what do you call it? Super chats and all that stuff. If you want to help with that kind of stuff too, I really appreciate that too. So anyways, and then everybody listening on Apple and all that, leave some comments and some reviews there too, please, because that really helps push the algorithm to get Riffin with Griffin out there. So welcome back. Let's see, any news and notes in the family this week? There's always something going on with Rachel and me. Nothing this week, actually. We actually had a uneventful week. Everything was cool. We it's nothing. Yeah. It's like, there was nothing. Yeah. She's the best. Love her. Shout out to her. So thank you, Rach, for being you. Let's just go right into some comments from last week, because I do have some thoughts about last week's episode, and there was a lot of comments, which was great. Let's see here. In terms of so this guy, I can't. You guys with your dumb names, dude. Your dumb, stupid usernames. Okay, whatever this guy is, Kanoe55. James Gunn is the new head of DC. I didn't know that. I just wasn't paying attention. But, James Gunn, he directed Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think he wrote and directed all 3 of them. He gave a good send-off. I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. You could see the review from last week's episode. And so now apparently he's taking over the DC. And you know what? I'm glad to hear that, because I think he's a great director, and I think he's got a good handle on storytelling to combine. Look, the MCU, to me, Marvel Universe, they're in trouble. They're in trouble after, Endgame. This kind of disjointed story that they're telling with these horrible movies that they're making, and how they're not really connected is a problem for me if you enjoyed what they did before. Look, you had from Iron Man to Captain America to Thor to all these movies they made. Even if it was a terrible movie, you knew it serviced what was coming. So we dealt with a couple of the bad ones, We dealt with a couple, we dealt with Iron Man 3. You know what I mean? We dealt with Thor Dark World. Horrible. We dealt with some, but these movies that they've been coming out with are so, doesn't feel connected. They were kind of well, what story are you telling? If you're a true fan, you're like a deep fan, and you're like, I know what's happening, but I think they did a better job before. And lastly, I'll say about it is, we're not giving enough respect to what Robert Downey Jr. did to keep that together. He's the glue, man. He to me, him not being in the MCU is terrible. It's like they haven't found somebody. Cumberbatch is like the closest force. Doctor Strange, he's the closest force that sort of has that vibe. But those movies are just kind of I don't know. Tell me what you think. Do you think MCU is doing a good job? Or, is it time now for DC Universe to get their shit together and see what's going on there? So I don't know, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, and shout out to Tony Hinchcliffe and the Kill Tony crew. If anybody's here from Kill Tony, I love that show. I loved it. It's such a unique experience. So shout out to Tony and Red Band and the Mothership and everybody that was William Montgomery. Guys, you got to check out William Montgomery. I did this podcast with William Montgomery and David Lucas way back in the day, and William Montgomery was a mess. He was drunk, and it was I was so mad at them. And since then, he has gotten his life together, and he is just one of the funniest human beings out there. So make sure you go, if you have a chance to see William Montgomery live, or if you're in the Austin area, or just check out his calendar, man. The dude's hilarious. Same thing with David Lucas, too. David Lucas is out there doing his thing. And shout out to Joe Rogan for giving a space for those young comics to shine. So shout out to all the Kill Tony people if you're here from Kill Tony. Fun stuff, man. Anyway, let's keep going with the comments. Let's see what we got here. Oh, somebody's asking for a John Wick 4 review. You know what? I might throw that in this week. Well, you know what? You asked for it. It is what it is, man. John Wick, it's one of those it's turned into a guilty pleasure. If you like watching Keanu Reeves do slow kung fu and some crazy gunplay, it's the movie for you, man. And, it didn't disappoint in terms of that. It's just, it's still how can the high table lose 500 people and still continue? That's the only thing I have with it, I mean, the story's just whatever. It's the same sort of thing. John Wick's on the run trying to I don't know what he's doing in this one. And I don't know what his motivation was in John Wick 4, if I'm being honest. But it was great sword play and gun play and fighting. The only knock I have on like I can believe he could kill all these people. What I can't believe is he can fall from a 2-story building, fall 2 stories onto a hood of a car, and still be able to fight. I'm out on that. Everything else, I can suspend my disbelief. But I can't suspend my disbelief of how many times this guy falls from roofs and survives. No, thank you. I'm sorry. It just, I can't. So, but it was still great, and I hope they keep making them because there's something special about Keanu Reeves. I love that guy. Okay, so there's your quick John Wick 4 review, and that was Jake White 4522. So, or Jackie White 4522. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. What we got here? Here's somebody, Monster0033, about that tipping story. There's companies in Colorado now that has approved stores like Walmart and McDonald's that have made it possible for the employees to receive tips. For that, I say pay your damn employees out of the billions you make each year in profit. Take them, I totally agree. He says more, but like Monster003, I totally agree. It's like, so we have to pay for the food and supplement the income that you don't want to pay companies. How much money do you need to make? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a socialist, but it's just like, God damn, we got to pay, it's like pay them. You know what I mean? Let's see. Tony Guzman 6798 says, Montez, can we get a what segment every episode? $70K for a damn mattress. I mean, yeah, I know I say that a lot. Anytime something crazy goes, I go, what? So maybe we will call it that segment. So we'll see. Stephen Beck 1665 said, I'm here for Al Gore rhythm or rhymes or whatever he's trying to say. That's my old man rap recap. Ashton 3049 said he's right about the Jordan LeBron debate. I don't even know what reference you're saying for that. Let's see. Let's see. Let me keep going. Somebody said Mark Vasquez 2209 said I was guessing 20,000 for the mattress, but 70,000. I mean, for real, right? We actually ended up getting a mattress, by the way, just mattress update. And it was very expensive. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Daddy's doing all right, and Rachel here's the thing. Here's my Rachel story for this week. And this is just a marriage thing. If I'm going to make a big purchase for the house, I have to make sure she likes it. Even if, let's say there's 2 options. There's option A and option B. And there's part of me that's like, I really want option A. And I've looked into it. I'm like, option A is probably the better option. But option B is probably, it's as good. And there's different things. And I may not like it. But if she doesn't like it, if she don't like A, we got to go with B. If she's like, well, I really like B. And I'll tell you why. Because she going to make my life miserable. If I would have got A, even if it's better, and just one time she lays on the mattress and it's like, this one is not as good then my life is miserable. So I got to get the one she likes, because then if she don't like it, you understand what I'm saying? If there's any moment she was like, I could be like, well, this is the one you wanted, babe. And then it's done. Then we just living with it. You know what I mean? I know it's okay, but hey, married people get it. If you married out there, married dudes out there know exactly what I'm talking about. So it is what it is. All right, let me do a couple more comments. And if you want to comment, get your comments sent. And maybe you even want to send me an email at eric@ericgriffin.com. Just send me an email. If you want to, hey, just put comment in the, this is whatever you, put comment in the subject line, comment for Riffin with Griffin. You know what I mean? Let's see. I don't know here. That's it. That's enough for the comments. You know what I mean? That's enough comments for now. And yeah, I do see the comments while talking for the people that are in chat right now. I see you guys. I'm not really trying to, I guess they have this little section here I could do, there's like a Q&A section. I should put that here. So then if you have a question for me right now, you could put it in that Q&A section, and then I'll be able to get to that right there. You know what I mean? So if anybody's got something there, you could do it there too. So anyways, thanks for being here. All right, guys, let's get into some stuff. As you know, the NBA, man. NBA, dude. So if we go back last week, if we go back to I made some predictions and stuff like that. And I've always said Denver's the best team. All right. They're the better team. They're just well coached. They got Jokic. They're just ready. They're tailor-made. The Lakers overachieved. They really did. The Lakers overachieved. They got to the Western Finals, which was like a miracle. Starting 2-13 of the season, or 2-10, whatever. It not working with Russell Westbrook, which was like just an ultimate failure from the beginning. I think the Lakers, and this is LeBron James' fault, in my opinion. I think the Lakers should have stuck to their guns and put the best team they could have possibly put around him with the players that they had, man. You think about all the players that are out there that the Lakers had, like Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, Caldwell Pope. They had so many of these. Even James Randall, even James, is his name James Randall? Well, Randall with the Knicks. Like, all these guys were Lakers. They had all these guys. You know what I mean? Whatever the trades they made to get AD, they still let guys go that they didn't have to let go to get Russell Westbrook, for instance. That wasn't going to work. So I just feel like they wasted his last years, man. They got one championship out of it, and this was a great chance to do it, but they ran into a buzzsaw, man. But shout out to the Denver Nuggets and all you Denver Nuggets fans. They finally doing it. This is it. Jokic is showing like why he is a 2-time MVP, and he probably should have been MVP this year. So I think the Denver Nuggets are in a good spot right now. And then, so in terms of Lakers and LeBron James, what's he going to do? It's like LeBron, like he had this cryptic cryptic press conference. But listen, when you're in the heat of the moment, you just lost, and you lost because you didn't show up. Like LeBron James had 40 points in this game, 30 points in the first half, and the ball's in his hands to tie the game, and he couldn't do what he's done his whole career. That's got to be hard for the guy. That's got to be hard to be like, you did your very best at 38 years old. You came out here and tried to be arguably the best player on the court in that game, and it wasn't enough. Did his teammates not show up? Yes. I mean, I feel like Anthony Davis is like, yo, bro, you're supposed to be the best player now. How you going to let a 38-year-old, a dude 8 years older than you, like outshine you every single night? It's like, come on, man. You got to take it upon yourself, too, to be like, I got this. And like, give us a 39-point game in the final, in your closeout game. You know what I mean? You're already down 3-0. So, I don't know. And so I think he's sitting here contemplating, like, what am I going to do? But here's the thing, too. There's $100 million on the table for him to play 2 more seasons. How do you not do that? I mean, the dude's practically a billionaire, so I don't know if it's necessarily about the money, maybe. But it's like, man. This crazy, man. Crazy. Okay. So, what are you supposed to do? So I know he also wants to play with his son, but there's a lot of factors that go with that. Who knows if Bronny's even good enough? But I guess if you're an NBA team and you're like, look, LeBron James will come to your team for his final year, because he wants to play with his son, and then that's like box office, right? Like, who doesn't want to see that? Like a 39, 40-year-old LeBron James on the basketball court with his son in the NBA. That'd be like, wow. But the novelty of that will go till like mid-season, and then we'll be like, dude, get this old dude off of here and this sorry-ass kid if he's not good. You know what I mean? Like, so, but if they are good, like, imagine what that'll look like, So that's good. And shout out to Joe Dyer. You happy in chat? People are like, shout me out. So, that's we'll see what's going on with that. So I think this does tarnish LeBron James' legacy a little bit. I think Jordan, he just pushed Jordan ahead again. He just pushed Jordan to the top of the, he was like running and then he's getting towards him. And then he just went, he pushed him forward. But LeBron James, solid number 2. And you could still make an argument that he's the greatest player of all time. But I think that this is, but listen, they could get a good player next year. Like if they could get like Trae Young or they could get Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie Irving could just walk away from Dallas. I think he's an unrestricted free agent. He could just be like, bye Dallas, and just go to the Lakers, and they have $30 million under the cap. They would just have to convince Kyrie Irving to take less money than. But I don't think any team is going to pay Kyrie Irving $40 million a year anyway. So he should just take whatever he can get for his final major contract and just try to get a championship at this point. I think if the Lakers had Kyrie Irving right now, I think they would have beat Denver. If they had Kyrie Irving, they would have beat Denver. Because he's that go-to guy, Then LeBron doesn't have to, he can just do that thing that he's been doing, being like the glue. So we'll see. It's going to be very interesting next year to see if he comes back. He for sure has to get foot surgery, which is crazy that he was playing the way he's been playing. But ankles are pretty crazy, man. He may never recover from that too. He's also 38. Your body doesn't bounce back the same as it did. So we'll see. But shout out to the Lakers and LeBron James, and shout out to Denver. All you diehard Denver fans, Denver did it. They were the best team all year in the Western Conference and probably the league, and they proved it. And now they're going into the thing. I think they're going to win the championship. Okay. Now let's go to the Eastern Conference, okay? Now, in the East, okay, all you Miami Heat fans, listen, I picked the Sixers to beat the Celtics, okay? And the Sixers choked. Man, you know what we're missing now? We're missing Joel Embiid versus Jokic. That's what we wanted. That would have been a great story, and the Sixers choked it away. They fired Doc Rivers, which justified. I'm sorry. I was a Clippers fan. I think the Clippers could have won a championship during those Lob City years, man, or at least gotten to the championship. And I just think Doc Rivers is, to me, he's one of the most overrated coaches of all time, okay? He was gonna be fired in Boston, and then they traded for Kevin Garnett to play with Paul Pierce, and they got Ray Allen to have a big 3. And even in that big 3 season, they went game 7 every single game. They didn't dominate at all, and they never won a championship again. And I think that's because of Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers' record in game 7s, terrible. Elimination games, terrible. Up 3-2 and losing, it's terrible. Terrible. Get out, okay? And I think that they ruined that chance, all right? They had such a great chance. Now, let's get to the Celtics. All you Celtics fans, I've been saying for a long time now that I don't think Joe Mazzulla is ready to be a head coach. I think he's showing his inexperience. I think his inexperience is the reason why they're in the position they're in now. They barely won that series against the Sixers, but because like I say, man, better coaching, better play from James Harden and the MVP of the league, they win that easily. But anyways, it didn't happen that way, so the Celtics moved on. But his inexperience versus Eric Spoelstra right now in Miami is glaring. And now they're down 3-0 to Miami. Who's on Miami, man? They got 6 or 7 undrafted players and Jimmy Butler, who arguably Jimmy Butler, we have to start looking at Jimmy Butler being like, well, he might be one of the greatest players ever. He might need to vault himself up into the top 15 players of all time. But it's just because he's been at so many different locations, so many different places that it's hard to look at his career in totality and be like, well, what did he really do? So it'll be one of those things you look back in retrospect. But he is clearly a Hall of Famer. It's incredible. They're up 3-0. That being said, hear me now. Hey, I love talking sports, and I'm not necessarily in the prediction business, but let me tell you this. If any team has a chance to come back from a 3-0 deficit, it is this year's Boston Celtics, and I'll tell you why. It's the whole scenario. So Boston, they're the home team game 1 and 2. They lose both home games. They lose their first game in Boston. All right. So now they win the 4th game in Miami. It's now 3-1. Now, the next 2 out of 3 games are in Boston. That's interesting. They already won the game. Obviously, they have to win every single game. Now, what they have to do, they have to win this home game in Boston. They absolutely have to win, and they got to win it convincingly. They have to show up with some pride and effort, and they have to win that game. Now, if they win game 5 in Boston, I think the momentum's in their favor. I think everybody's going to be talking about it, and I think that they're going to have hope. I think they're going to be like, you know what? We could actually do this. All we got to do is get to game 7. We got to get to game 7 because it will be on their home floor. And then, I'm telling you, this is actually the perfect scenario to come back from down 3-0. It's the perfect scenario. They've been pretty terrible at home. I get you. They just lost, right? But what I'm saying is, this is the kind of scenario you could come back from 3-0. That's all I'm saying. Come on, man. Boston is the better team. They have better players. They're just not playing well. They're not shooting well. They're not showing up. They have nothing to lose now. It's like, look, we're down 3-0. Everybody's already counted us out. That's a great mental space to be in. All I'm saying is, can they get to game 7? Because if they get to game 7, we're all going to be like, it's going to be like a great sports story. It's going to be a great watch. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that to happen. I want the Boston Celtics to get to a game 7. That will be tremendous. It will be incredible, man. It'll be the sports story of the year. And then you're talking the 2 best teams in the league going at each other in the championship. So let's hope for that. Because in my opinion, and I know, how can you doubt Miami? How can we keep doubting Miami? I know you Miami fans, you love Miami, and you're sending me messages. Man, you got to stop doubting Miami, man. We're here. Miami's here. Okay, I totally agree with you. But damn, I don't see Miami having a chance against the Denver Nuggets. They're just too good, man. Right? And so I don't think it's even going to be a series. I think Denver's going to put the whoop on Miami. Like, I think they're finally going to reach a team that is equally as coached well, has great play. They've been battle tested. They are ready. Okay? They're ready to win this championship. I think Boston's the only team that has a chance against Denver. But again, if Miami makes the championship, what a story that would be too, though, right? Miami beating Denver. I mean, wow. That'd be incredible. I don't see it happening. I know, I'm sorry I'm doubting Miami again. Sorry, Jimmy Butler. I mean, what Jimmy's done is just incredible. But we'll see what's going on with that. But as of right now, I don't know. So tell me what you think. If you're a Miami fan, if you're a basketball fan, we'll see what's going on. But again, I'm not saying the Celtics are going to come back from 3-0. But I am saying this is a perfect scenario for them to come back from 3-0. Okay? This is like, it's perfectly set up. 2 out of the 3 games remaining are in Boston. Come on now. You can do it. Yeah. Amazing, right? So we'll see, man. It's just, woo. Anyways. All right. So there's that story right there. Loved it. All right, guys, I want to go to some of these crazy Instagram stories that's going on right now. Well, I mean, just not crazy, but I just love going from stories that on Instagram. So here's one of them right here is that, so I had talked about this before, but Netflix is now charging an additional fee for password sharing in the United States. It's now here. It's here, y'all. They've been talking about it. They tested it out in like Latin America and other places to see what was going on. And according to reports, they did have some cancellations. People were like, I'm canceling. But then they saw that shortly after, people resubscribed. They were like, I need my Netflix. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you going to do? Like, I don't know how it's going to affect me yet. Like, I don't password share, but it's like in the household. So it's like, I have Netflix here in the house, right? But like when I go on the road and I'm traveling, I use my Netflix on my iPad and stuff like that. So I hope that they better not do that where it's like, well, if you're traveling, you can't use your Netflix. Like what? That'd be crazy. Or like, just because I'm on the road, can somebody in my house still watch, Netflix? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they're going to do that, but let's see. So if you're like a Netflix fan, what are you guys going to do? Again, I'd love to hear comments and stuff about that. What do you think? Oh, and apparently they're going to charge $7.99 for, for the like if you're sharing it with someone, or they're just gonna charge you if they start to see like, hey, you've been using your Netflix in 2 or 3 different locations at once, so here's a $7.99 charge for that. So that's I know we're like, how much money do you need to make? But it's like, look, when a company gives you a service and it's a great service that you enjoy using for a minute, that's not a lot of money. $19 a month or $8, whatever the tier you're using. That's a great price for all the entertainment that you're getting for that. And it just so happens it's made by one company, and then they make a lot of money because they have a lot of people that like the service. I don't know if we should always like blame a company like because they provide a great service and we're supposed to be mad at them because they make money. I mean, I get it. It's like, how much money do you need to make? So it's like, if at $19 a month, everybody's paying $19 a month and they're making $34 billion a year, we go, maybe you can make $15 billion instead of 30. You know what I'm saying? It's still a lot of money. So I don't know. Like, it just depends on what, I don't know. Capitalism is what it is, man. So I don't know. You got to tell me what you guys think of that. Let me go to my Q&A area and see if anybody had anything to say. Nope, there's none there. Nobody said anything there. All right. All right. Speaking of money and making money, here's another social media post I like from what's the name of this website? It's called Puberty, I think. I love their Instagram page. I love that. But this is, again, speaking of money and making money, a new study finds that more money can buy happiness. I thought that was so funny. So they're saying money can buy happiness. So before, it was some sort of they had a threshold. So it was like, let's say 10 years ago or something, it was like, if you're at like $70,000-$80,000 a year, there was like some happiness connected to that. Because I guess, I don't know if it's necessarily about the happiness so much as it's about the negative things that are added to your life because you don't have any money or taken away. Like when you're struggling to pay your bills, that is something that causes distress. If you're struggling to pay, like, you want to send your kid to a better school and you can't afford it, or you don't have the right health care because you don't have enough money, like all the things that you can't get because you don't have money. So the things you do have that are not as good may cause you some distress. So when you take those things away, you're like, oh, I'm not worrying about that stuff. Is that what happiness is? So, but now the new study is, it's like, now the number 10 years later is like 500,000. Like you got to be making $500,000 a year. And that's like where the happiness threshold starts. You know what I mean? So that's like, so it's like a weird number. So what do you guys think? Do you think money can buy happiness? You know, there's that old saying, money can't buy happiness. It's like, I think I'd rather try. I think we all would be like, well, I'd rather have the money and like see how my happiness level is, as opposed to being like, but I don't think people mean, like when they say money buys, if you're a person that says money can't buy happiness, you're that doesn't mean you're saying being poor, you can be happy. I don't think that's what you mean. That's the extreme, We don't want to go to the extremes of it. I think there's some nuance in there, right? There's some nuance in there, and, we could discuss it, I see someone in chat said Netflix filed for bankruptcy several times. How are they still making content? That's because you don't understand what bankruptcy means. Like when people file for bankruptcy when they're, when they are like, there's ways that people that make a lot of money file for bankruptcy to not have to pay their bills off or whatever it is. I mean, it works out, man. And I think that was a long time ago when they did that and when they were trying to do it. Okay, but look at all reports, man. They have over 200 million subscribers. Okay, even at 200 million subscribers a month, even if they were only paying $10 a month, that's, I believe, if my math is correct, $2 billion a month. Is my math right? You just add another zero to the 200 million, right? That's $2 billion a month, right? That's just at $10, I'm saying. There's no way they don't have money. Okay. But anyway, right. Alfred Wayne, I totally agree. It doesn't make it worse. Can money buy happiness? Yeah, but it doesn't make it worse. I think, again, the nuance of it is, what kind of person are you? I mean, the real issue is when you get a lot of money is like, what are you going to do to change your lifestyle? I mean, that's the thing. I'm sure there's a number of people here making between, $30,000 to $70,000 a year. Okay. I mean, that's like, if you're, and that's pretty successful to most people, you know what I mean? So if you're in that range, and let's say what are you going to do with your life if you got more money? If you were somehow given $250,000 a year job, all right, but you're living right now at $40,000, $50,000 a year. If you don't change your lifestyle, that $250,000 that you're going to get now, you're going to live pretty great. You're not going to have worries and issues as you might think, right? But what happens to people is this: they change their lifestyle. If your rent right now is $1,250 a month and you have 2 roommates, and you live in a nice place, let's say maybe you live in a townhome or something. You got some roommates, but you like your lifestyle. You got a nice car. You got a car that you like. Maybe you want a better car. Maybe your car note is like $350 a month. You got your $1,250 a rent that you're splitting. You're splitting utilities with people. Y'all splitting the internet. You're going out on the weekends. Maybe you got a gym membership at the gym that you like. There's something that you're spending money on that you go, okay, that's my guilty pleasure money, but you all right. Once I give you $250,000 a year now, you're going to be like, I'm rich. Now you moving out of your house. You moving out of that $1,250 a month place. You moving out. You got bye guys. I'm getting my own apartment. Now, I'm just talking about you living in LA, right? So now you like, I want my own 1-bedroom, and I'm moving into a better neighborhood. I don't know if you've been looking at rents, but now you talking like $3,000 to $4,000 a month, just you. Now you paying that. You paying all your utilities yourself. You're going to have Netflix, Hulu. You're going to get all that. Now you're getting the Equinox membership. So you went from $3,500 a month in expenses. Oh, by the way, you also getting a better car because you're like, I got to get a better car. Your car note's now $750. Your insurance is now higher. So you went from spending $3,500 a month in all your expenses to $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month, not even thinking about it because you think you're making this extra money. So let's say your expenses get up to $10,000 a month because you're making $250. Okay, guys. That's now $120,000 in expenses for the year. Tax on $250 is about 40%. State tax, so that $250 is really now only one something. And you've now raised your expenses. Now all the same issues and worries that you had before are still there because you've now raised your level. The thing is, don't raise your level. Maybe, or don't raise it as much, and then you really won't have the worry of not having money. That's where I'm at, y'all. I've made some money. I've done some TV shows. Things happen. Sometimes I'll have a big payday on a weekend at a club where I sold out the shows. Sometimes a cartoon will come up or something with gaming. I made some good money gaming during the pandemic, and like every now and then an event will come up, and I'll make you'll be like, wow, you got that to play video games, and so that stuff I put it away, and the little residuals I get from all the things I've done throughout my years, I put it away, and then so I can be comfortable. But because I'm older, so I'm thinking about am I gonna do this forever? There's no retirement plan for my business, so I live a modest life, and then I have this, my young wife who she likes fancy stuff. So now I do my expenses in a way where I'm like, well, my wife wants this, so I'm going to get her that so she can be happy. And I'm cool with it because I got the money, because I'm not doing something crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not making my expenses crazy. So when I want to go, let's go to Europe. Let's go to Europe for 2 weeks and spend such and such amount of money and fly first class. I got that because I have made sure that I've put money away, that I'm living a certain lifestyle. That's what, to me, you have to do. That's what happiness becomes, is being able to do the things that you want to do because you're not a slave to a high expenses because you want to live a certain way. You know what I mean? I'm not buying the $70,000 bed. No. That's what I'm saying. That's not the kind of nonsense I do. I go, no, we're not getting that. You know what I mean? We're not getting there. But I did buy a Tempur-Pedic, and you look it up. Tempur-Pedic ain't cheap. You know what I mean? And we got the good one. So, anyways, there's that. All right. So now, one of the stories I want to get into now is you guys know I love me some American Idol. I love American Idol. So American Idol, I've been talking about American Idol. I am shocked. I am shocked and proud of the voters, that the American Idol fans. Tungi won. And if you've been watching my podcast, I've been saying for weeks now that once I saw these final three, I was like, there's no way that the fat guy is going to win, because that's just not what America does. It was Colin Style, this chick right here. What's her name? She's great. I'm just telling you right now, this chick is great. I forgot her name. I can't stand when I don't get people's names right. But anyway, this country girl. She's great, okay? I would be fine with any one of these three winning, right? But I didn't think he would win because this is just not what people do. This is not what America does. The people that watch American Idol is middle America people. For years now, they've been voting for the most part, if there's a good-looking white guy with a guitar, he has the advantage in the finals. That's just how it's been, y'all. It's how it's been. What do you want me to say? All right. It is what it is. Okay. So I was surprised. This is usually how it goes. Colin Style is his name, but he's great. I'm just saying, there's been times in the past where I'll be like, that guy's not better than whoever the ethnic or female singer that they were up against. That guy's not better. Last year, I thought the dude the big black guy, he was the best singer. He didn't even make the finals. So I was surprised that of the first three, they kicked Colin Style out. I was like, wow. And then it was between these two, and I was like, oh, I think the girl's going to win just because of the history of American Idol, right? But let's say this. This kid, Tungi, his audition went viral because it was so emotional. His father died. He's playing his father's guitar. He's singing that James Blunt song. And it went viral. It got over 100 million views because people were like, oh, this is a great story. We love a great story. And the kid can sing. He's a great singer. So then cut to the finals. He's singing the same song with James Blunt. And it's this emotional song and he's crying. I'm telling you, I'm crying. Rachel's crying. I'm texting with people to watch American Idol. They're crying. And then at that moment, I was like, he's going to win. Okay? I was like, he's winning because of this right here. And it was like, and that's the beauty of television and the magic of television. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, is he the best singer of the three? No, I think the girl is. She's the best singer. But he got all this. Now, here's the next question, though. All right, we picked him. It's a competition show. He won. What's going to happen next? Is he going to go on to be an international superstar? I don't know. You know, I just don't know. Now that when the magic haze wears off and now it's time to go buy an E.M. Tungi record, are these middle of America people going to do that? No, they're not. I'm sorry. This girl, she's going to be a country star and you're going to know her name in 5 years and you're not going to even remember this guy. That's just my thing. But who knows? If I'm still doing Riffin with Griffin in 5 years and he's an international star and he's won a couple of Grammys, I'll be like, well, I was wrong. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think the country boy, he's going to come out with an album too. He's going to be a star, man. He's going to be like, you know, so I don't know. Now, here's the thing. This is the reason why I'm bringing this up. There's like American Idol winner I'm taking speaks out for the first time after rigged backlash. So there's like a people who are saying it's rigged. American Idol fans claim competition rigged as E.M. Tungi is the winner. Now, here's my issue with this. And I talk about this a lot. On Golden Hour, I talk about it. I talk about it here. This is why you need to have artistic integrity be the thing we care about most in our society. Artistic integrity has to be the most important thing before diversity, before inclusion. Because if you don't make that the thing and you don't establish a reputation, like American Idol is supposed to be, you're establishing that we think this is the best singer, the best idol. When you have all this social politics involved in things, this is what you get. This is the results you get. People of what the result of how people are talking about it now, because our society is so much about, you know, social politics. Now, when a kid who genuinely sings well, who had a great story, who moved us emotionally, when he wins, you got people going, well, that's not right. We feel like it's rigged. And that's because of you fucks out here pushing your agenda on society as opposed to it being about who's the best, man. They don't do this in sports. That's why sports is perfect. It's a meritocracy. Sports is how it should be. We don't care about the sob story. The dude that's got the sob story in the NBA and he's like, you know, my father trained me and my father died and, you know, please NBA team pick me up. Now we're like, can you shoot? Can you dribble? You know what I'm saying? Can you put the ball in the basket? Are you athletic? Because that's all we care about in sports. I don't care about your story. I don't care about your story. And are you the best person for this situation? That's what we got to get back to. So people can't be coming at us being like, yo, there needs to be more diversity. No, man. And by the way, that also goes to the white majority out there only picking white people. Like, you're part of the problem too. We need you to have artistic integrity as well. For so long in our society, the people in charge didn't care about artistic integrity. They just cared about their agenda. And it just so happens that the people in charge were mostly white. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean it's racist. It's tribal in a lot of cases, right? You want to pick people that look like you. I get it. And the majority of people are white. It ain't always a racial discussion. But what I'm saying is it goes both ways. We just got to get to a point where something like American Idol, when a dude like this wins, we go, well, he was the best. He had the best story. He had a great voice. And I liked him and I picked him. The reason why this is happening is because of the other side pushing an agenda so much. Remember when it was Oscars too white? And it was like hashtag Oscars too white. Oh, the Oscars are white. The Oscars are white. So next year, which movie wins? The gay black movie. The gay black movie wins. And then everyone was like, well, the gay black movie, the only reason why the gay black movie won is because of the Oscars too. So it took away from it. You're not servicing the people that you think with how you're doing this. When you're doing that, when you push an agenda, you're not servicing the people you think you're helping, because all it does is take away the integrity of the thing. It takes away the integrity. What was that movie? What was it? That movie I'm talking about? Oh man, I don't even remember the damn movie. It won over whatever that movie was. It probably was the best movie of the year. But now we can't even look at it like that because of the movement. It's just being done the wrong way. It's being executed the wrong way. And I don't like it. I don't like it, man. And as a person of color, I don't like it. I want to be picked because I'm the best. When I go for an audition, I don't want to be picked because, and this is what happens in my situation. You know how many times I've gone out on auditions where clearly this was written for a white guy? They've gone through the whole process and then they go, oh no, I think we got to change the best friend's got to be a person of color. Next thing you know, I'm brought in and I'm reading I'm reading lines for Barry, or I'm reading lines for somebody named John, and he's clearly in the script. You go, well, I don't know if this guy is a person of color. And it's like, just, you know what I mean? It's like pushing an agenda does not service me. Because now, why am I in here? Am I in here because I'm good, because I'm the best, or am I just in here because you're trying to fill a quota? It takes away from the integrity, man, and I'm tired of it. And so now this kid who is great, right? Now we got to, it's rigged because what? If he was a big fat white guy doing the same thing, would we be saying it's rigged? I guarantee you we wouldn't. If he was a big fat white guy from Hawaii and he had the whole same story, he would be the winner, and everybody would be like, oh, wow, what a great, yay, yay, Ian. His name wouldn't be it would be Ian. You know what I mean? His name would be Ian, and we would say anything. I don't like that. Okay? I don't. Okay, we're almost there. And I hear Rachel's home. Rachel! I'm doing my podcast live. I've never done this before live, but come say hello. You guys listening out. If you're listening later, you're probably like, what is going on? But all right, last up, I do have one last story about, before we end. Oh, wow, we've really been moving and grooving right here. So here's one of the stories I also wanted to talk about is this AI, man. AI is going crazy, dude. Like there's so many of these type of stories in AI. A man was scammed by a deep fake video and audio imitating his friend. A man in China lost 4.3 million. Wait, hold on, babe. Hold on. I'm in the middle of a story here.
I like to interrupt you.
I know you like to interrupt me. Rachel Griffin, everybody. A man in China. Okay, you know what? Let me just. You know what I mean? This is my own fault. I did this to myself.
Yeah, you told me to come say hello.
Come say hi, everybody. This is my beautiful wife, Rachel. Hi, Rach.
Hi.
Okay, get out of here. This is a weird moment in podcasting history right there. Babe, what are you doing? Babe,
There's a check under your chair.
What is it?
A check.
Okay.
You're on it, though.
Huh?
You're on it. You're going to rip it.
Oh, I've already deposited that. Leave it to her to see money underneath my chair. Oh man. All right. Anyways, I hope I did deposit this one. I never know. Anyways, so AI guys, AI is really something's going on here. You know what I mean? Look at this nerd. Look at this. There's so many needy people in the chat that just drives me crazy. You know what I mean? Just so needy. He hasn't confirmed anything in chat. We're talking in chat. Talk to me. Why aren't you talking to me? Dude, I'm doing a live podcast, man, and I'm talking about stuff. You know what I mean? So many entitled assholes in the world. All right. Anyways, let's get back to this because I got to go. The hour is almost up. So, guys, you know, this is a lot, man. Like, people are losing money, you know. So it's like you got to be careful out here right now, man. The artificial intelligence is getting great. They're faking your voice. They're faking your, you know, and then they're calling people, and people are gullible. Like, this is worse than remember the emails you would get from the Nigerian lawyer? Like, the fact that people were getting scammed by that. Imagine how much money people have lost to a fake Nigerian lawyer. How this is taking it to another level. It's not a Nigerian lawyer. It's your mom. It's her voice or someone's voice. You know, it'd be like I'm getting called by my wife, and she's like, "I'm being kidnapped," and sent, you know, and then I'm like, "Oh my God, I just sent $100,000," and then she walks in the door like, "Hey, babe," you know, you're like, "Wait, I thought you were kidnapped," and you're like. So be careful out here in these streets, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you really got to be careful now. Like this is crazy, man. You know? And this is and there's more stories like this. Like, here's another one. This is another one of like another fake thing where an image of black smoke billowing next to the Pentagon. It did something to the stock market, and it was a fake image. Like, guys, the internet's not necessarily real. It's a tool we use, but not everything on there is real, man. Not everything that people say is real. Some of this stuff is like, you know, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? Like, you really got to be careful of what you read and see on the internet, because this stuff. So this one's crazy. It like crashed the stock market for a second, and then it rebounded. But it's just getting too. It's getting too sophisticated. How the AI is, you know, causing issues. You know, and then like I'll just leave you with this. You know what? I forgot. I wanted to talk about this one too. I mean. Also, the reason why you have to have some integrity in American Idol is, you know, just to get back to it real quick, because this was like something I saw too. Look at this. One of the winners of American Idol is now back on the subway singing for money. I'm talking about a winner. This person won American Idol. And now they are back singing in a bus, singing in the subway. So should that person have won? Was there an agenda going on that year? I don't know, because I don't think I watched that year, because I don't always watch, but in the last two years I really gotten into it. I really like it, right? But this is like, that's crazy. Okay, I just want to point that out. That's crazy that person. Okay, like what? Okay, won the show. They won the show, y'all, and they back singing for money on the subway. Woo-hoo. You know, that's crazy. All right, and then getting back to the AI. Wait, where's my story? This is the main. All right, so we'll finish with this. So Ice Cube, he's like, the AI is demonic, and he says he sues anyone who uses or recreates his voice. Wow. Imagine how this, because it's like there is some fun in it too. If you think about it, there's some fun. I mean, it's Ice Cube. I mean, of course the AI gonna be like, yay. You know what I mean? Today was a good day. I mean, that's what you're gonna use it for. So there's gonna be some fun things in that. And now Ice Cube's like, I'm gonna sue you. But I get it. So what do you guys think of AI? You know what I mean? What do you think of AI? You know, is it demonic? Like, are we going to have to just face it that AI is here and we can't put it back in the box? Like, what are we going to do? You know, like, I'm just telling everybody, like, public service announcement, be careful out there. Don't believe, like, if you get a call from someone you know and they're in distress, confirm that it's them. Okay? Confirm that it's them, because, you know, this kind of stuff is like, this is where the world is going. And it's like, I think we're living in a time of, like, when cell phones first came out. I remember, like, cell phones first came out and people were like, you're a drug dealer if you have a cell phone, or, you know what I mean? Like, when technology comes out, people are afraid of it and they're like, well, what are we, this is terrible, you know? And so are we living through that now? I mean, is AI going to be a tool that we're just going to be using in our lives? Is it going to help us? Like, people keep talking so much about how bad it is, but if the AI, if we put hey, solve cancer, and the AI just starts thinking and working and working and working, and it finds ways to solve cancer, isn't that going to be great? Or, like, to help your life? Like, you know, you're walking out the house and the AI is like, oh, Eric, don't forget your keys. Oh, thank you. Hey, Eric, you have a meeting today at maybe it's going to help people. What I'm thinking about my mom and her dementia. And what if there's an AI house and the AI could be like, hey, you know, hey, remember this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking of, like, so many things where maybe in the future AI is it's a tool that can help society. I think we have to start to look at it like that too. But of course, all we think about is the Terminator, and it's going to be like, well, this is going to be the end. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys once again being here at Riffin with Griffin. You know, I need you to subscribe. Please subscribe. Remember, and I'm coming to Huntsville. I'm coming to into June 21st. That weekend is going to be, you know, Nashville on the 21st, and then the weekend I'm going to be at Huntsville. So guys, come check me out there. As you guys know, I'm on Twitch daily. Love me some Twitch. So come check me out there. And you know what I mean? And then, you know, you want to support, there's always, you know, Patreon's there for you to support if you want to do that too as well. And I appreciate you guys always being a part of this. I love the comments. I love the interaction. You know, I love the support. Please try to share. If you really enjoy my podcast, you know, even if you're like, you want to say to your friend, man, this guy got crazy takes, you got to see this, then do that too. I like all of that. Okay. But y'all know what time it is. It's that rap recap. Oh, with the old man raps. Shout out to my boy Chris Yu. Sending me these beats. Woo, skeets. You know how we do. Oh, LeBron James, he might retire. The Lakers, they need to make a new hire. Ooh, this rap is fire. You could call me sire, as I acquire new dope beats to move your feet. Woo! AI gone crazy, make your mind hazy, dead like Patrick Swayze. Shit, these rhymes lazy, but nothing fazed me. Woo! American Idol. Get some integrity so we can see the best person they can be. Y'all, thanks for watching. Riffin with Griffin, live in full effect. You know how we do it.